them in your hand, roll them in your fingers. They're smooth, they feel good. And then, Janet and I talked about colors. What are simple colors that people might associate things and important things in life with? We don't want to make it complicated because then people don't remember, and it's not supposed to be complicated. Right. So for instance, Janet came up with the idea that the blue would be like the bluebird of happiness. The blue sky makes you smile, so that's happiness. We'll just run through these real quick. The white is peace. The white dove, I think a lot of people, the white flag, surrender, just peace. The purple, success. It's a royal color. It's always been associated with success. The green, obviously money, but the green has a lot more meaning than just financial wealth. You can have a wealth of friends, a wealth and abundance of family around you. It can fall into a lot of different abundant categories in your life. The yellow is the sun. And you always feel healthy usually when you're in the sun at the beach, soaking in that warmth. Makes you feel good, so yellow is health, and then red is love, the heart. And then the green, which is the largest stone, is gratitude. And we purposely designed that to be a different shape altogether, because you can think all you want about how you want your life to be, but if you're not grateful for what you currently have and what is coming to you because of your thoughts, then what good is it? You have to be grateful. The clear stones in between are their natural quartz crystal is there for clarity. Just clear your mind. We're all so busy. We have up to 60,000 thoughts that run through our minds a day or more, depending on your brain. And it's crazy. I mean, we're all nuts, right? And so to try to calm that down and get into this mode of working with the stones, the clear is there just to kind of remind you to let it go, center on what you really want.
It also tells you how to put your desire out to the universe by saying, assuming that you have whatever it is, and that is true faith. When you believe you have something that is physically not there, that is true faith, and it comes back to you. You have that absolute faith that I'm putting this out, thank you, to the universe, God, whatever your belief is, for my health, for my good fortune, for my financial independence. And that's what you're going to get back. Good health, financial independence, because that's what you're putting out as an absolute belief.
Is there something with regard to any of these categories of your life? Is there anything in particular that you've been thinking of lately?
Well, we always want love, right?
A better, a new relationship or a more strong relationship with a current love or whatever. So for instance, if that's something that's been kind of on your mind and you want to change that part of your life, make it better, bring something new into it, you would hold the red stone in one hand and the gratitude stone either in the same hand or a different hand. I like to hold it in both.
I do too. I like.
Yeah, I just like the feeling of it in both hands.
I like to palm the
She holds it. Yeah,
gratitude,
she does it in one hand. I do
and then
too.
rub the stone of choice between my fingers.
Right. Clear your head and start to think about what it is you want in that area. It could be that you haven't had a relationship in a while and you're craving a wonderful man in your life. So picture that perfect man. Picture him walking into your life. See yourself on a date, laughing, having fun, see him calling you back the next day and saying what a great time he had with you. Just visualize and put those thoughts out there while you're holding those stones. If your mind drifts, all of a sudden you're thinking about this wonderful man and then you think something negative all of a sudden, don't worry about it. We both agree that negative thoughts, whether we like it or not, are going to pass in and out no matter how hard you try to concentrate.
I say to you, think of anything you want but a blue horse.
Right.
So what's in your
What are you going to
mind?
think about? The
blue
blue
horse.
horse.
Yeah, right.
I love that.
So that's why you just let it pass through, and it will. And it'll happen less and less, and you'll get stronger and stronger in your ability to focus.
And stay positive.
And to stay positive. And there's a tremendous joy that you get in being positive. It's like when somebody enters a room with a big smile, everybody smiles back. The law of attraction really does work in amazingly strange ways. I had a kernel of an idea, But until I met Sharon and her husband Fred, who were both my cousins, it did not take shape. It did not take flight. Together and totally a combined effort, we found that we just bounced off each other like a good volley in a tennis match. And it was amazing. Yet I inadvertently got to know Sharon because we don't live close by each other. She lives in upstate New York, I live in Connecticut. It was just a matter of things at that time and place putting us together. My seeing that she was interested in positive thinking and being very positive.
When things do start to happen, let's say you were focusing on this relationship, and you know, you put that thought out there and then you moved on. The next day you might have focused on something else and centered on a different color and a different thought process. But then maybe a couple weeks from that point, you do happen to meet somebody in a strange kind of way, like you did with the RV and that woman. And then after you start dating that person, you sit back and you start to put all the pieces together and you say, oh my gosh, I cannot believe how my thoughts started this whole thing in motion that I can't explain it, but brought people and places and things together that helped me achieve what I was asking for in my thoughts. So it's really, you get more excited and then you start doing it more regularly.
Everybody's going to do something as soon as. You're going to, as soon as the kids are in college, as soon as I retire, as soon as I make enough money, as soon as I pay off my college loans, as soon as whatever.
Right.
As soon as, then I can start my life. But you're in it now. You're in your life now. You
Create
know.
it. That's right.
And so you have to put yourself out there. Like you said, you have to put yourself out there. And I think it's very helpful to have a tool or a routine so that you can say, I'm a morning person. So for me, it's going to be early in the morning before everybody else and before the world gets going and the phone starts ringing and things start happening. I would be the kind of person who would, do think, for me, I like to pick these up first thing in the morning and think about it. But there's also, like you said, sometimes situational things, people that have got something specific. And you were telling me about somebody who wrote to you about quitting smoking.
She had received the stones as a gift, and as of the first of the year, when she quit the smoking, it was very hard, very cranky woman. And the desire was there, real strong in the beginning to grab those cigarettes. And what she found that helped her was that she'd grab the stones. But she said she'd grab the yellow stone and the gratitude stone, just like with the love. And when she had the strong urges, and she said this was several times a day in the beginning. And she would just say, I would put out there, I thank you for my clean, clear lungs, my healthy, strong lungs, my deep breathing that I can, do after all these years. She tried to think of everything positive she could think of.
Well, we're back to don't think of a blue horse.
Right.
It's rather than think
of what you really want to see.
Yeah, it's from the very most basic thing. If you're teaching kids in school or you're doing training in a corporate environment or you're raising a family, you quickly learn that the best way to get rid of an unwanted behavior is to replace it with a wanted behavior.
Exactly.
So to go from to just saying, I'm not going to smoke, to when I want to smoke,